There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission.
Tales from the Crypt.
You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to...
Remember to click like, subscribe, the bell notification, and whatever else YouTube has you clicking on to support us. Welcome back to Halloween month. I am the Kaji no Kami from the Toku Animation News Network, and today I'm taking a look at the Garo series that was made to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the franchise, Makai Tales. To continue the 10th anniversary celebration of Garo, in 2016, Amemiya and his crew decided to make an anthology season that would encompass a wide variety of characters from the franchise. To put it simply, it's like watching the Twilight Zone or Tales from the Crypt, but instead of having Rod Serling or the Crypt Keeper be your host, it's Gonza.
災いというものは予期せぬ時にやってくるものです。ありえないタイミング、ありえない場所、ありえない状況で仮に予期できていても防げない。それこそが災い。
That sounds ingenious. Does it work? Watch to find out. The characters and plot. Each episode focuses on a different character from the franchise, with one episode merging plots together for an epic experience. Due to the nature of the way the show is formatted, I will be talking about each episode chronologically as opposed to giving a broad view of everyone, as you should know who most of these characters are at this point. Of course, this is also a downside to the season, as it expects the viewers to be fully immersed in the Garo franchise. If you are not, then this is not the season to start your journey with. The first episode follows Reika. An old man has asked her for help as his granddaughter has disappeared in a haunted forest.
いいか、火花は俺が必ず助ける。
お願いいたします。かけがえのない孫なんです。
Reika's not my favorite character out of the franchise, though there are far worse ones we could have gotten in the premiere story. Those Reika must contend with to protect the granddaughter has a nice little twist to it, but it's not the most exciting story. Episode 2 focuses on a young Amari and her first meeting with Jinga. Amari is invited by her friend to go with her and a few other priestesses to bring a spirit beast pelt to a distant village. They are attacked by spirit beasts, only to be rescued by Jinga. However, the pelt was taken away by a surviving beast, requiring Jinga and Amari to retrieve it.
俺が奴を引きつける。その隙に怪我を取り返せ。
でも他に仲間がいたら。
さっき俺が一匹のガラス切っただろうが。
なんで私なんですか?
On one hand, it was cool to see a younger Amari and Jinga. On the other, Sayori Hara does a pretty awful job of playing a young, ditzy Amari, which isn't her strength compared to the more reserved badass she portrayed in Goldstorm's show.
大丈夫です。先を急ぎましょう。
おい。
何ですか?
こっち。
連れてくるならユメカやズーナの方が。魔界法師として優れてるのに、あれやれこれやれって私にはできません。
大体練習の怪我を届けるのがあんたらの使命だろ。
The third episode is broken into two short stories, with the first being hands down my favorite tale of the entire season. I never thought I would see a Toku show rip off Desperado, but it does, and it's fucking brilliant. A horror crashes into a bar, which is apparently the second of their 3 hideouts. He recounts the story events that just happened in hideout number 1.
全滅した。
全滅。第一砦か。魔界騎士が現れた。
Even down to saying the bartender got it the worst.
The bartender never gets killed.
それであっちのバーテンは無事なんだよな。
No, man. Bartender got it worse than anybody.
バーテンが一番ひどかった。
The Makai Knight, played by Kamen Rider Hibiki and Kiva's Kenji Matsuda, infiltrates the bar and a big battle occurs. It's stylish, it's energetic, it's entertaining as all hell.
拳銃を抜くより早く魔界騎士が。決めポーズ中に切るなんてけれんみが分かってね。
And the ending is absolutely hilarious. The second story focuses on Mayuri visiting Gonza's girlfriend Anna to help restore a painting she was obsessed with in Makai no Hana.
で、私に何をしてほしいの？ゴンザがアンナに直してもらえと。
It has nowhere near the excitement level of the Desperado one, but it's a nice little slice of life piece.
だからあの子にはライガが成長して立派な魔界騎士になったら手伝うようにって思いが込められてるんじゃないのかい？
Next is a story revolving around Rian and a homeless dude named Takumi. Rian needs to restore her mystical tools in an upcoming moon phase when a few pervy gangsters surround her. Takumi tries to help her, only to get his ass whooped by them, requiring Rian to rescue him.
だったら消えてちょうだい。
このアマ。
おい、やめろみっともね。
They talk and he takes her back to his place, which happens to be the building Rian needs to use. They have some good conversations going and we get to see once again why Rian is the most badass Makai priestess.
魔界奉仕がホラーを倒せるのか。
From there is an episode featuring Yuna and Kane from Zero Black Blood.
おもりおもりおもりおもり。
それは来た。
だいたいそいつは魔界剣なんだぜ。
Leo also makes an appearance.
あなたは騎士と奉仕、二つの力を備えている。僕と一緒に元老院に来ませんか？
This was by far my least favorite episode of the series because absolutely nothing happened, as the show was about nothing. Biko is the start of the sixth one and has to deal with a would-be assassin. It's nothing extraordinary, but it does make me think of a Samurai Jack episode, which makes it A-okay in my book. The fight choreography is pretty solid too. The The 7th episode centers on Haruna from Goldstorm's show. Haruna has decided to give up the life of being a Makai priestess and go to school. She tries her best to fit in, but something odd is occurring.
お兄ちゃん、学校生活はとても順調にいっています。友達もできたんだ。
Additionally, Daigo has snuck into the school in the guise of a teacher, stating a horror is around.
何してるんですか？まさかお兄ちゃんに言われて？
勘違いするな。魔界騎士である俺がお前のお守りをしに来たとでも思ってるのか。
This episode was far better than I thought it would be. We've got another 2-in-1 tale in episode 8. The first focus is on Shigoto, whom, if you don't remember him from Makai Senki, is played by Time Green's Masahiro Kuranaki. He befriends a mother and daughter after the daughter threw her broken monkey toy at him. What are you doing? Have you never read The Monkey before? Don't turn that. Oh, it's just a regular monkey toy. Okay, carry on. It's a bit sappy, but a harmless tale that gets interesting when the mother comes across Shigoto fighting a horror. My biggest issue is the abrupt ending, as the story felt incomplete. The other tale was just a battle between Crow and Giru following the events of Makai no Hana that was pretty stupid. It also seemed to contradict the ending to that show a little. The 9th story also takes place after Makai no Hana and Biku the movie, following Daiichi. His goal is to enter people's minds and find 3 talismans Biku has left behind before morning.
この札はビクーさんが仕掛けたものなんです。この町の3人の心の中に1枚ずつ札が置いてある。それを探し出して回収するという訓練みたいなものなんです。
This leads to some hysterical situations.
Oh yeah. Hey,
It also puts him on the trail of a horror, and we get Raiga making an appearance. While it may not have been my favorite, it was probably the most interesting of the stories set in the original Garo timeline. Speaking of timelines, episode 10 takes place before Ryumi established herself in Line City. While she is practicing on an all-powerful technique, 2 thieves sneak into a castle full of Makai materials and end up unleashing the 13 ghosts of Scooby-Doo. I mean, a chest full of horrors. Ryumi has to save them, and we come to learn a nice surprise about these 2 thieves. I liked this one a lot, and learning more about Ryume was equally enthralling.
娘のくせに生意気な口の利き方しやがって。
貴様こそ盗賊の分際で。
ただの盗賊じゃねえぞ。こう見えてもな、俺様は魔界法師。
The 11th episode features Tsubasa coming to a big city for the first time ever. I think the funniest bits involve him standing in the middle of the street. And then when he encounters some artistic people.
待て。どっちがホラーだ？両方か。
That's pretty damn funny.
なんなのこいつ、ウケる。
は？なんだお前。
気配はない。
He's searching for a friend of his and ends up meeting Jobby in the process, who joins him on his little escapade.
助けは必要ないと言ったはずだ。じゃあ次に行くあてはあるのかい？
それはこれは間違いない。ホラーの気配じゃ。
The story itself was amusing, though the overacting on the part of the Tales villain was bad.
忘れちまったよ。ホラーになった時にな。どうでもいいことだ。
The last main episode was one that ties into the final battle of Makai no Hana and pairs Reika and Rian together to battle a being who's used to test the resolve of Garo.
黄金騎士と同じ守りし者。俺は黄金騎士を滅ぼすために目覚めた。
The banter between the two girls is entertaining.
低級ホラーならこれで十分。無駄な体力は使わないの。あなたは戦うことが好きみたいだけどさ。
俺、
お前、
使命。何がおかしい？
もったいないよ。
楽しくないとか可愛いとか、お前それでも魔界法師か？
With some solid fight choreography and an awesome cameo at the end, it made for a nice little finale to tie everything together. While that might have been the end to Makai Tales itself, there was one final story that followed it called Ashura. Ashura begins with Kaoru talking to a young Raiga about Garo, but because he can't sleep, she reads him a story about a previous being with the Garo title, Goki. Goki is injured while fighting some horrors, befriending a trio of siblings who are the last remnants to a village that was slain by them. The sister gets kidnapped because of course she does, requiring Goki to rescue her. It's nothing special and the acting is over the top at times. But it was an interesting story. We also get a new form of the Garo suit where his ears become wings. So that was neat. The effects and music. The effects and music are pretty much what you've come to expect from a Garo series, though nothing matches the fight sequences of Goldstorm Show. I really like the watercolor storybook background used in the Ashura episode. It gave it a unique flavor that wouldn't normally work, though it did make me think of a certain Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 2 episode.
Where are we? This place looks really familiar.
It does?
Oh my gosh, we're in my book.
What the hell? There are some really stylish fight sequences with good choreography going on. My only nitpick is how often we get CGI suits, which was the only stain I had on the Desperado episode. Don't get me wrong, it makes sense to do CGI armors when you're only going to have something entirely new used for seconds, but I still think it would have been nice if Baron had been a physical suit of armor, as it might have also enticed the team behind the episode to bring him back for future adventures. I would totally be down for more episodes on Baron. On the other hand, it was nice to see Daigo's suit back in action. Most of Makai Tales' soundtrack are reused pieces from previous seasons, with a few new ones sprinkled in. Yoshichika Kiriyama, Shiho Terada, and Yoichi Matsuo are all credited to composing tracks for the series, but I am unsure if Kiriyama and Terada did anything new, or if they are just credited for their tracks from Goldstorm. Either way, the music is a treat. I wish I could say the same for the ending theme, Kagaribe no Yume. It's done by Makai Kage Kiden, which, if you recall from Goldstorm Show, was a band compiled of the actresses for Reika, Yukihime, Ryume, and Anna. This song is probably my least favorite ending theme ever in the franchise. While I was not thrilled with previous songs and slow and sentimental is not really my thing, they made sense within the context of the shows themselves. This one is just meh. Makai Tales was an interesting idea, even if it wasn't always executed perfectly. I will say I found the episodes revolving around the Ryuga universe to be a bit more interesting, perhaps because I don't know those characters as well as I do with the ones from the Saitama universe, but either way, they were enjoyable most of the time. Therefore, I am going to give Garo Makai Tales a solid 4 out of 5 grown-ups in spandex. I wouldn't mind seeing something like this attempted again, and hell, maybe a few of the episodes could also focus on the horrors themselves. Actually, wouldn't it be kind of cool to have an episode that's in first-person view of the horror? And then you get to see what's going on in their mind as they're running away from the Makai Knight or whatever? That'd be kind of cool. The possibilities are endless. Until next time, bye.
It was as if he was always walking in a shadow. I mean, every step he took towards the light, just when you thought his face was about to be revealed, it wasn't.